Alright guys, quick promise up front. Today we are taking a PLR ebook, opening it in Google Docs and transforming it into a brand new product, all without wasting hours fixing formatting. We are going to do 5 things. Number 1, change the title. Number 2, rewrite key parts of the text with ChatGPT. Number 3, update a few headings so the whole ebook feels different. Number 4, style it globally in Google Docs so you're not editing page by page. And number 5, generate a brand new ebook cover with AI and then drop it into Doc so it looks like a real product. Now quickly, if you didn't know, PLR is a license that lets you edit, rebrand and resell already created digital products. And this ebook I'm using right here, I got it from Entrepedia. We'll get to that in a second. Because here's the real problem when people try to rebrand PLR in Google Docs. Not all PLR ebooks you find online are cleanly editable. If you download a random ebook from a low quality PLR source, there's a high chance it was exported badly and not formatted well. And what happens then? The formatting breaks, the spacing is off, the headings don't transfer right, and the whole thing turns into a mess inside Google Docs. Here's an example of a low quality book I've opened in Google Docs. While it looks good from a cover, if we scroll down, you can see there are no table of contents, plain title, we see there's an empty page, headings are dropped just as a normal text, not formatted correctly, we see random spacing, and the entire document looks just like a mess. You definitely don't want to edit these types of documents, neither sell it to your customers, okay? So real quick, let me show you 2 places where the ebooks usually open clean in Google Docs. First one is Entrepedia. They've got hundreds of ready-made ebooks and digital products on business, marketing, productivity, personal development, that type of stuff. And the reason I like this site is simple. Their ebooks are well structured. They have clickable table of contents, clean headings, nice layouts, nice visuals, tables, and other valuable elements. We can access the entire library of Entrepedia with one-time payment, but if you want to test their products with my link in the description, you can create a free account and download 1 free product. The second source of high-quality PLR ebooks is PLR Me, but this one is more focused on topics like coaching, self-care, relationships, personal development, and others. But again, same benefit. The ebooks are nicely formatted, plenty of pages, and they open clean so you can actually edit without the layout falling apart. And with my link in the description, you can get 10 free PLR Me credits, so you can download a free ebook as well. Alright, now let's get into the actual tutorial. So this is the book we will be working on. Like all the rest of Entrepedia ebooks, this one is formatted well. Table of contents, disclaimer page, nice styling, everything that we need for a high quality product. Now let's get this ebook into Google Docs the right way. So if you download ebook from Entrepedia or PLR Me, you usually get a few files with the product. Here's what I've got for this ebook. First of all, we have the artwork file. This is basically just a background image. You can use Canva and slap your new title if you like, or if you want, you can use the original cover. But again, in this video, we are generating a completely new cover with AI. Then we have the PDF version ready to use. This is the version I've got open here. And the Word document is an editable file. That's what we'll need to edit our ebook in Google Docs. So let's go to Google Docs and import that file. Now that we are in the Google Docs, what we do, we click on Create Blank Document. We go over to the file, open, and we upload our ebook's Word document file. Here it is, that's the one. Here it is, it opens as a new Google Doc. Now this is the first quick check I always do. I scroll down and I look for 3 things. Number 1, if nothing is broken, no weird spacing, no random line jumps, no text shifted off. Number 2, headings. I need to make sure that the headings are formatted correctly. So for example, if I highlight that, I can see it's using H1 element, and this heading right here, it's using H2. So these are actually real headings, not just bold text. That's great. And number 3, we check if the structure is navigable, and here's how you check it fast. Here on the left top corner, you can see there's a tab. You open it up, so the document tabs appear. That's essentially an outline of your book. If your book is formatted right, you'll see your chapters and subheadings here. So I can click on any section and it jumps me straight to it. That means the table of contents is hyperlinked and the file is structured properly. Now, quick note, here we don't have a cover in our Google Docs yet. That's normal, Entrepedia keeps that separately as we saw that in the files. Either way, we're going to generate a brand new cover and drop it right above this page, so don't worry about that for now. Alright, now that the ebook opens clean in the Google Doc, this is where the real rebrand starts. Because if you skip this part and you just start changing fonts and editing random sentences, you're not rebranding, you're just decorating. So we need positioning first. And positioning is simple. We ask 3 questions. Number 1, who is this for? Number 2, what outcome are we promising? And number 3, what angle are we taking? Right now, this ebook is called Create Micro Products. It's good, but I think it's a bit broad. We are going to reposition this for beginners, people who want to launch their first micro product fast without doing a big course or a huge launch. That's the new angle. Fast execution, simple steps, quick win. So once we know that, the first thing we are going to change is the title, because the title is the identity of the product. And I'm not guessing titles manually. I'm using ChatGPT to spit out options fast. So here's what I do. First of all, I like to dump my entire eBooks content into ChatGPT. You don't have to do that. You can just copy and paste these sections to give it a context, but I like to give it the entire ebook so it understands everything about it. So what I do, I do Control A to select the entire text of my ebook. If you're on a Mac, you do Command A. Then I paste everything into ChatGPT, and at the top I say something like, here's the PLR ebook we are going to rewrite, analyze the context, don't say anything, and we click enter. So I had no response from ChatGPT, and it's fine. I asked him to not respond. He knows the context of our ebook and we can move on. For our next steps, I have few prompts ready. We're going to use 3 sets of prompts. First one is to generate our new titles. Second one is to rewrite the content. And the third one is to generate images with AI. So talking about our first prompt, and by the way, you can access this document in the description below. Feel free to edit and use these prompts. They're all yours. Now in this prompt, we are asking to generate 20 new book titles for this ebook. Why? Because you get plenty of options to choose from and you can pick the best. So what I ask here is to provide original title. Here it is. Now we choose and leave one target audience. In my case, it's going to be beginner entrepreneurs. The title angle, you have several options to choose from as well. I'm going to leave outcome driven. And for the tone, I'm going to keep it clear and practical and get rid of the rest of the tones. As for the rules, I ask it to generate 20 titles total, all noticeably different, under 10 words each, no generic phrases and no hype or clickbait. That's it. I copy this prompt and paste into ChatGPT. So now it gave me plenty of options for my title. I like this one in particular, make your first micro product in 48 hours, just because it promises you the outcome, okay? It sounds much more effective than just create micro products. So I copy this title and I'll name this entire Google document as my new title. Here it is. We'll need that title later to generate our ebook cover, so we keep it here. Now, I'm not using a subtitle for this example, but if you want a subtitle, that's the same exact process. Just ask ChatGPT for 5 or 10 subtitle options that match the title. And same goes for chapter titles. You can rewrite each chapter title, each heading in the same way with the same prompt. But if you want to save time and rewrite all of them at once, what you can do, you can go to table of contents, copy all these chapter names and section headings, paste it into ChatGPT and ask something like, rewrite these chapter titles and subheadings to be more outcome driven, and we run this prompt. So now it generated us a new version for every heading, and this is the quick way to rewrite it all fast. Alright, so at this point we already did the heavy lifting. We got our new book title, we got new chapter titles with headings, so the structure already matches the new positioning. Now we do the part that makes it feel like a brand new product, and it's the introduction. Because the intro is where the reader decides whether to keep reading or it's not for him. Now this ebook is about 70 pages and we're not rewriting the entire book in this video. We're just doing the introduction as the example, and then you can apply the same prompt to any section you want. Now here's the prompt you can use to rewrite any section of your book. Again, we only have several placeholders to input information to. So first of all, we pick our target audience. In this case, I'll just leave beginner entrepreneurs. Then rewrite direction, again, outcome focused. Maybe I'll leave beginner friendly as well, and I'll get rid of the rest of them. Positioning style, we do beginner friendly. And as for the tone, we keep it professional. Again, you can edit this prompt in any way you like. As for the word count, what I like to do is to provide the approximate word count of the section that I'm rewriting. So for this example, I'm rewriting the entire introduction. So what I do, I just highlight the entire section. I then go to tools and select word count. And from this window, I can see this introduction part is taking 385 words. That's what I'm gonna put into my word count. I want the output to be pretty much the same. And as for the rules, I instructed to keep the core meaning the same, no fluff, no filler, keep it clean and ready to paste, and use short paragraphs. I paste my original introduction section here. I copy the entire prompt and I paste into ChatGPT. Here's my new introduction. By controlling its word count, I get the same length section, but if you want something bigger or smaller, you can adjust. So I copy this new introduction. I go back to my ebook document and I paste it in. So here it is. We got our new intro. Done. And that's the whole idea. You can repeat the exact process for any section in your book. Just remember, ChatGPT can only write around 1200 words at once. So do it section by section versus trying to rewrite the entire book at once. And again, this ebook has so many pages, it has so many words. If that's too much for you, if that's too long, you can easily delete pages, reduce the number of chapters you need, and so on. Alright, next we are going to style the whole document globally so it looks clean without editing page by page. And the goal here is simple. We don't want to style everything page by page. We want to make changes once and it updates everywhere. So first, if I click and highlight any chapter heading, again, we can see it's already formatted as heading 2. That's great because this is what makes global styling possible. Now I'll change the font. Let's say I want to switch from Poppins to something like Inter Bold. And perhaps I want to make it darker green color. I'll change the color to darker. And maybe I want to make it a little bit bigger. Now here's the key step. If I go to the styles menu again, I navigate to heading 2 and I click on update heading 2 to match. Now every heading in the entire book updates automatically. No manual work. So all these heading 2s now come in different color, different size and different font style. Same idea with the body text. In theory, we should be able to change one paragraph, update normal text, and it updates the whole book. So let's try that. If I select the entire paragraph and change the font to something like Arial, maybe I want to have a little bit of spacing between these lines. So I increase the line spacing to 1.5. Now I go to Styles tab, normal text, and update normal text to match. Okay, so now we can see it didn't update the entire book this time. It just updated this paragraph. And that's normal with Word document imports. Some paragraphs come in with little inline formatting, so Google Docs doesn't always push the new normal text style across everything automatically. No big deal, here's the workaround. You can just select a big chunk of body paragraphs, like this, up till your next heading. You don't want to touch that. Then I go to normal text again, and click apply normal text. And because we just updated what normal text looked like, applying it forces that style onto the text we just selected. So now this chunk of text has our new style, and you can basically do this in sections. You select a chunk, apply normal text, and you repeat it everywhere. But if your body text already looks fine, and honestly it looked fine already, don't waste time, don't get bothered with that. These are just tiny little details, and the goals here is the final PDF looking clean, not you spending 20 minutes fighting with the Google Docs. The other thing we can change here are these footers. We can change the text style of our page numbers if we want. We can change the positioning if we like. Align this to the left. Maybe we want this element to be darker green. I double click on it, select it, change the color to something darker, and save and close. And everything what we've done here updates automatically across our book, just because it is a separate footer element. So no extra steps required to change this globally. Now, big note, if you change any chapters, titles, or headings across your ebook, you also must update your table of contents. Otherwise, the table of contents will show old titles or wrong page numbers. So if we click inside our table of contents, you'll see this little update refresh option. We click that. And now your table of contents matches your new headings and page numbers. It also picked these 2 pages. We don't need them. Get rid of them. And we can see it's shrinked a little bit. And if you want to have more spacing between each item, you highlight everything, click this spacing icon here, and do something like 1.5. So again, it has nice breathing space. All right, now the book is repositioned, rewritten, and styled cleanly. The next step is the visual payoff. We are going to generate a brand new ebook cover with AI and insert it as a page 1 so it looks like a real branded product. Let's do that next. So to generate our new ebook cover, I'm using an AI image generator called Ideogram. The reason I like Ideogram is simple. It generates really clean covers, and most importantly, the text usually comes up sharp and readable, which is what many other AI tools mess up. And the good news, you can use Ideogram for free. Ideogram has a free plan, and on their free plan, you can generate up to 40 images per week with 10 credits, but you don't get priority credits, and that means you'll have to wait a little bit between image generations. And here's the exact workflow I use to not waste time. Instead of guessing one prompt, I use ChatGPT to generate 5 different cover prompts, and then I test them in Ideogram and pick the best looking one. So here's the prompt template I'm sharing with you guys. You just fill in the blanks again. First, we provide our ebook title. That's here. I'm having it in all caps just because I wanted to. You can have it in normal text. Subtitle, you can provide your subtitle that would be visible on a book. I'm not using any, so I'll leave this blank. Offer name, I'll do my offer name. Then colors to include into your cover. You can pick several colors, but I only keep green just because there's a lot of green elements in my book already, and I let AI improvise and pick its own complementary colors. As for the style, you should choose one style, but in this example I'm just gonna let AI provide me prompts for each of these styles so I can compare and pick the one that resonates the most. As for the rules, I ask it to be vertical ebook cover. Text on the cover must be only title, subtitle, and offer name. This is important part because you don't want AI to spit random text onto your cover. Title has to be large centered, subtitle smaller than the title obviously, offer name small at the bottom, you can have it at the top if you like, and of course no extra words, badges, labels, icons, etc. So I copied this prompt asking for 5 different AI image versions and I paste into ChatGPT. Now ChatGPT gave me 5 different prompt versions based on each style. So what I do, I'll feed all of these prompts into Ideogram one by one. But before that, make sure your aspect ratio in Ideogram is selected 3:4. You have several options, so make sure it's on that. This is the closest ratio to fit our Google Docs page. Okay, once the size is set up, we can start generating images. So I select my first prompt, paste it into Ideogram and run it. And while it's generating me my first set of book covers, I'm gonna carry on and feed in the rest of my prompts one by one. Do the second prompt, we do the third prompt. Alright, so Ideogram has generated me a bunch of ebook covers. Some of them are looking clean and modern, others are futuristic or more artistic. So right away I can see the cover that I like. I like this one. It's looking really good, I think, and this paintbrush symbolizes imperfection. So your first product doesn't have to be perfect, you just do it. Lovely idea. So what I do, I just go ahead and download this cover. I'll download it in H2 quality. Now let's insert it into Google Docs as a proper cover page. Now we are back in Google Docs. First thing we need to do is to create a new page for our ebook cover. To do that, go to the top page of your document, like I'm here now, table of contents. This is my first page, and click right before the first word on that page. Then we go to insert, we go to break and do page break. Now it creates a new blank page above everything. Now let's click on this blank page. Again, we go to insert, image, and upload from computer. That's the one, that's our new ebook cover, and we click open. Now that we have our image inserted, we select the image. Down below we can see we have layout options, and what we need to select is this one, wrap text, and we need to set the margin to 0. This is very important. If you select wrong settings, you won't be able to drag your image to cover the entire page. What we do next, we drag this image to the top right corner, and from there we stretch it all the way down to cover our whole page. That's it, we have our new ebook cover updated. Looking good, looking fresh, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to take some time to go through my ebook and make some final changes. Like here, for example, we need to change this title to our new title, like this, as well as polish some other minor details. And once you're ready with your ebook, you go to File, Download, and download it as PDF. And here's the final result, clean branded product ready to use as lead magnet or digital product. We can see our table of contents is working, everything is fine. And yeah, that's how you turn PLR ebook into your own product. And quick reminder, if you want PLR ebooks that open clean in Google Docs and easy to edit like that, the 2 sources I showed you before are linked below. One is Encyclopedia for business and marketing topics, and PLR Me for coaching self-development topics. And with my links you can get some ebooks for free. Alright, that was it. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.